Good morning, welcome to the channel. I've got a helper today. Thanks. So I'm taking the Harley out for a run. It needs filling up with fuel because if it's sat for a while I don't want condensation getting in the tank while it's in the garage. And that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So we're going to have a little run round Wakefield, just on the eastern side, on the Eastern Relief Road and through the middle of the edge of the city. There's a lot of things changing there, so it'd be nice to record it. Also, I just want to tell you why, at my age, I'm not stopping riding, and if you're considering starting riding, if you're a woman, if you're older, if you're a guy and you're older, and you're thinking, oh, it's too late, I shouldn't be doing this now, well, I think you might be wrong, and if you want to do it and you get your proper training and you feel safe about doing it, or if you've just come back into riding, wondering if you've done the right thing, you've done it for you, not for anybody else. So I'm also going to give you my 3 reasons why I still ride and I'm not going to stop. If you think freedom has an age limit, let me show you something. I'm 65, I live in the UK and I ride a motorbike. I'm not trying to impress anybody, I'm not trying to prove anything, but because it makes me feel more alive now than it ever did when I was younger. Some people stare, some people worry, some people even say I'm brave. The truth is, this is the easiest, calmest and most honest riding I've ever done. Please go and sit down, I'm talking to the camera. And today I want to tell you I'm never going to stop. I started riding bikes again as what some people would call a born-again biker at the age of 57. Originally I started riding when I was 16 years old. I was besotted with motorbikes. The lads I hung about with on the street told me that girls don't ride motorbikes, and literally that was a red rag to a bull. I don't live by other people's rules and limits. I don't want somebody deciding what I can and can't do. I find that really restricting and it always makes me push back. I told my dad what they'd said and I was daddy's little girl, so well, he didn't have a lot of money, we weren't well off, but he went and he bought me a motorbike. He got me a Yamaha FS1E, which is not really a motorbike, it's a moped because it had pedals on, but it was well known as the Fizzy back in the day. That was 1976 and I absolutely loved it. Felt like the bee's knees on it. Fell off it more times than enough because back then you didn't even have a CBT. I mean, literally you got your bike and you rode it. I had mine delivered, I think, if I remember rightly. So I rode for a few years and then I stopped, various reasons, but one main reason, I loaned my bike to someone who wanted just to have a spin around the street, and they told me, yeah, of course I can ride. Yeah, they couldn't, and they low-sided it. They walked away, they were absolutely fine, but my tank had a massive dent in it, my clutch lever was snapped, the gear lever was snapped, there was some buckling, I think they'd hit a curb, they must have hit something because it was a right mess. And well, I only had third-party insurance. It was a KH250 Kawasaki in lime green. I'd put drop handlebars on it. Oh man, I loved that bike. But I was young and I was stupid. And it's my fault because I should never have lent it to somebody, no matter what they said. Chick note's going to come up behind and ram me, honestly. So after my first 3 motorbikes and a subsequent gap of over 35 years, I decided it was time to get back into biking. That happened quite strangely. It was our lad decided he wanted a bike to get to work and back, and he had been riding a Chinese scooter that had broken down I don't know how many times. So he was busy at work and I said, do you want me to go and have a look for you? So we went over to Batley, went over to Padgett's and we saw this Yamaha YBR 125. So me being the dutiful mum said, look, can I sit on it? Can I just check it's right? And I wanted to switch it on, and obviously you can't go for a test drive on a second-hand 125. So I turned it on, give it a rev, threw a leg over it, and then it was like, ding! It all came back, didn't it? All the memories, the feel, the vibration of the bike, the throttle, pulled the clutch in, put it into gear, moved. I'm like, oh my God. Instantly, I knew either I shouldn't have done that or I was glad that I did do that. And that was it. Then I had to go and find myself a 125, take my CBT and go and get a direct access course booked. The rest, as they say, is history. It does look like the rain's coming in. If you look behind me, like there. Probably got an hour. Oof, that looks really threatening. Shame. We'll have a quick pootle around Wakefield. I just wanted to give the bike a run, to be honest, because I've not winterised it. I planned on riding rather than storing. So I do try and keep the bike clean and put a tender on it. So it's got an Oxford Optimizer, the one that just charges when it's needed. That keeps the battery in tip-top condition, but I didn't put a fuel stabiliser, which I probably should have done had I known I wasn't going to ride it as often. And we're just going up now past Pinderfield Hospital. Don't mind me, love. It's quite warm today. Apparently it's about 9 degrees. And I'm not feeling the cold at all. I'm not riding very fast though, just urban and town. I'm just going around the outside edge of the city today. This is the St John's area, I believe. And there's lots of names that relate to London, like Oxford Road, and obviously it's Oxford Street, isn't it? Belgravia Road, Blenheim Road, Andrew Street. It's all like royal and London-y names. I don't know if anybody's noticed that before. Reason 2. Riding keeps me fit. Keeping fit helps me to keep riding. Got strong legs, strong arms. What do they say? Yorkshire born, Yorkshire bred. Strong in arm and thick in head. Well, that's probably me. Oh, crikey, it's been a while since I've been here. I've not seen them buildings shoot up there on that roundabout. It makes you feel quite lost. So I'm getting stared at quite a bit today, and I don't think it's got anything to do with me being female. I think it's because they think I'm absolutely crazy to be out in January on a shiny Harley, lots of chrome, because it's going to get mucky. One of my favourite words, that, mucky. I wonder if it's It's a proper wakey word, isn't it? Thank you, dude. So we're going out of Wakefield on Barnsley Road, up past Belle Isle, where the old Arriva West Riding bus depot was, Belle Isle depot, which is pretty much shut down now. I used to go there when I was a kid, in the 60s, 70s, sorry. My dad worked there. I was listening to the radio the other day. Well, I didn't even realise I was listening to the radio. I thought my laptop was on and one of my videos were playing, because the voice sounded very similar to mine. And it was obviously a woman of a certain age with an accent and not dissimilar to me. And I just thought for a minute, what the hell? Why is my voice coming out of I won't say the word, but you know, the speaker that you get that's linked to Amazon. I don't say the name because everybody's speaker's going to go off. And then I figured it wasn't me. It was the lovely Jane McDonald. And she actually lived, as we're just coming up now, near Three Houses. She lived up there. She's just sold her house, got another one. And I like Jane. Our Jane. She's lovely. So her cruise is a ship and my cruise is a Harley. Reason 3. It's okay to do things just because they make you feel good. Life gets busy, life gets heavy, life gets loud and noisy. And if riding a motorbike clears your head, gives you peace, then that matters, and you don't have to justify that to anybody. New Miller Dam. I don't know anywhere else like this place. It's idyllic. I wish they'd moved them barriers though. It's such a shame. Look at that lake. Just look at that lake. So we almost hit the speed limit, so we brake. You weren't even doing 50 pounds. So this is classed as Barnsley. Oh, poor GG's. It's cold in the field. So it's got a blanket on. They've all got blankets on. So coming into Royston near Barnsley in South Yorkshire. And it's not like Royston Vasey in the League of Gentlemen. You're my wife now, Dave. So it's not that one. The thing with riding your bike in the winter, a lot are saying like, oh, you know, all this this salt's going to affect your bike, and yes it does, and it rots your metal and everything. The only thing I would say is they don't seem to have been putting much salt down. I think I need to put some music on. I like listening to music when I ride. Get some tunes banging, but it makes you go faster, that's the only problem. I can feel these tyres have warmed up a bit now, because when I set off, honest to God, it was very lumpy, choppy and everything. Tell you what I have noticed, massive difference in gear ratios on this. Like, I can stay in second forever, and on the Tiger it's really revving up if you stay in second and third. So on your left is what's left of Royston Coal and Coke Works. It was a big local industry for many, many years, and most of it's been knocked down now. And that's when we used to call it Stinky Royston, but it's no longer Stinky Royston, it's just beautiful. And on the other side, there's some stables, and there's Rabbitings Country Park, which I take Harley, my dog Harley, not this Harley, for a walk sometimes. It's beautiful, lots of birds, waterfowl, and other birds, wildlife. I was going to rinse off my bike, but somebody, mentioning no names, has turned off the outside water supply so that it doesn't freeze, which is probably a really good idea, but I can't rinse my bike. So I'll have to just do it with this wipe. Right, back home. I've wiped the bike down a bit. Do you like my table? Huh? Check that out. Can't do that with a sports bike. And it's a big cup of coffee. Come here, baby. People think riding gets harder as you age, but for me, it's the opposite. I'm not competing with anybody. I'm riding for me, and I'm enjoying my ride, and I'm enjoying my life. Nobody tells you this, but freedom does not disappear as you get older. Sometimes it starts. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Ride safe, and I hope to see you next time.